Hi, it's me, Silver the Whack. What's up? The threat was real. I returned today as well. This is my unacceptable and then acceptable uh mug. Let me pause a second. I'm back. I'm sorry about any unpleasant noise that you might hear or any distant voice. I have my ears plugged so that I don't hear it myself and can just chat to the camera as I normally do. Yeah. So, thanks again to the person who commented yesterday. That was nice. I'm glad you think that these are relaxing. Uh, I think I may have said this in one of my previous vlogs, but I'm doing this as a form of therapy and a way to use my voice. Because normally I just write, you know, and I live in the countryside, and most of my friends live far away, so it's hard to meet them up, and normally we just text. Yeah, this is the 21st century. So normally we just text. It's very rare to actually be on the phone with a friend, though with close friends and pardon, what? Why am I so burpy? I know it's barely audible, but I feel it really hard in my chest. Um, I'm sorry, my medication has not quite hit yet. Yeah, but when I started these vlogs, it was with poems for this DIY advent calendar that I made. It was a whim, really. It was a whim. I wanted to do something for the advent thing because I enjoy Christmas. I enjoy the energy that is around Christmas, and I'm someone who feels energies and stuff like that. It's one of those things, believe it or not. I've also made a vlog where I spoke about that, I think. Yeah, I think I did. But yeah, anyway, that's the reason why I created this channel, or rather started using this channel, because the channel has been up since 2018, I think. I'm not sure, but something around that ballpark. I don't know. I just started using it because I still use the email, so yeah. And I went for this title, like Silver the Whack. um, Maybe I should also change the handle, because I was trying to do that on YouTube Studio on my phone, but it wasn't letting me. It kept like popping the keyboard up and then closing it like really fast, and I couldn't use it. Yeah, it's whack because in real life everyone knows that I'm whack. Not in an unaware way. Like, I know that I'm a bit strange, and that's explained by the neurodivergence. Uh, but I am aware. I am aware that I'm whack. Or as I say in Portuguese, dorgas. Not the other one. Dorgas, which is something that I started using because of an old meme which involved a dog who was quite woo and it said Dorgas. So it's I've been saying that since then. This was maybe in 2008, 7, something somewhere around that time, and I never stopped saying that. But yeah, that's why I am whack. Silva is just the name that I like to be called. It's also an interesting story about this name. And since these vlogs are just me chit chatting and speaking about everything and nothing, and hoping, well, now hoping that someone will hear this and feel nostalgic for old YouTube and the relaxing vlogs of people just turning on their camera like I did just now and speaking to the camera with minimal editing, because back in the day we didn't really have powerful editing tools. The tool that everyone used was Windows Movie Maker. And that was hardcore, especially because it was free, and that's one thing that's been lost in the new era of IT. Free things like Word, Office used to be pre-installed in computers. Like, you bought the computer and you had the key automatically. These days, I don't think that's the case. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. Don't take my word as gospel, because it probably isn't. But I know that the last times that I had to update Office, I could do so for free because I have access to it because of my university email. Because otherwise I would have to pay, and I wouldn't do that. So if that was the case, I would be using OpenOffice, and yeah, I don't really like it. I not to be elitist or anything, but I don't really like it, and I also don't really like Google Docs. I've heard some weird tales about it, so I don't really like it. And one good thing that I like about Office, especially Word, which is the program that I use the most, is that you can add an extension called Pro Writing Aid. It's a bit like Grammarly, but in my opinion, it's better because it not only gets added to Word to help you revise your stuff. it also gets added to everything in your computer, and I think that's nice. This is in no way sponsored by Pro Writing Aid, and I will be the first to say that that thing is even wackier than I am. Honestly, sometimes I'm revising my stuff and I need that tool because ADHD makes me makes me miss um, a lot of mistakes when I'm revising, and that's not good. Especially because that happens when it's my stuff. When I'm revising other people's stuff, that normally doesn't happen. But when I'm revising my own stuff, yeah, just eaten words, you name it. It's all of it. It's all of it. And yeah, that tool is very good for that because it catches the eaten words, most of them anyway, and it helps with placing commas in the right place. Not like Grammarly. When I tried Grammarly, the first thing that I noticed was that it wanted me to put commas literally everywhere, and I was like, brother, are you insane? That's unacceptable! But Pro Writing Aid even has this. Of course, it also has a premium feature, a premium version of it, but the free one is also pretty nice, and it shows where there are problems and to unlock the thing where it says exactly what it is, you have to get premium. But if you know about grammar and stuff, you look at it and you understand what's wrong with it, right? In my case, it's not very hard because my major is in languages and literatures, so most of the time I can tell what's wrong with it and don't really need that. And it's very satisfying to fix it and see the mistake highlight disappear. This isn't to brag. I literally got a degree in this. I paid a lot of money and I still am struggling with this nightmare thing, but I emailed another publisher yesterday and they got back to me and said that they would look into it. So now we wait, I guess. What else can I do? I have to wait. But yeah, I started this as an Advent vlog channel, but then I realized how therapeutic it was to just talk to the camera. And this Advent calendar that I DIY'd was basically poetry. I still haven't written down all the poems, but I might, and then I'll just link the full thing in the description. I'll put it in the drive, in the Google Drive, and yeah, you can get it that way. If you so wish, if you're watching this and so wish to read those atrocious poems. Some of them are really atrocious because I was writing poems based on prompts that I generated from a website, and most of them have nothing to do with Christmas. So there's that. The poems are right here. Let me get them. And this time I will not turn off the recording, because yesterday that turned out really whack. The Eugene Cho is still here. And Yanko, you can have it. That's all he wants in the show. By the way, he wants to get the book. That's why he gets upset at Natsume for returning the names, since the least names it has the least amount of yokai he can potentially control when Natsume dies, since human lifespans are short, and Nyanko can get the Yujincho. Okay, so this is the drawing that I wanted to show you yesterday. Like I said, it's not very good. It's just a pencil sketch, and I'm not an artist. I am just someone enjoys drawing occasionally. Oh, no. It clicked the sticky keys thing. Oof. Yikes. Yeah. The poems are here. Did I write? I mean, I don't really have to write the date, do I? But I can just do it like so. Where's the 25? There was 25. I didn't have 25. I think I wrote 25 on the last day, on the 25th, because my actual candle, there he is. I wrote it on this, so there you go. Now it says that it's from 2024. And yeah, I'll type it out and put it in a drive file, because I think YouTube doesn't mind those, since it's all Google, it's all in the family. This is some of my other art. The art that I made for the Year of the Snake. This is the art that I made without removing the marker from the sheets of paper. Movement drawing. It looks kinda rubbish, but it's fine. This one is one of my favorites. If you don't like insects, I'm really sorry. But yeah, that was one of the prompts. I got this book a while back. It's in one of the vlogs. And this was my first attempt at movement drawing. It looks kinda rubbish. No, actually this was my first attempt. Like so. It looks kinda rubbish. This was the second attempt. It looks less rubbish because the lines make it look less rubbish, but it's pretty rubbish. This one was made in 2019, and it's Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. He's one of my favorite characters of all time. Also because I relate to him. Don't know what that says about me, but yeah. This is a tree. A tori. One of those Japanese gates. It's not a color then. And another tree. Yeah, that's it. I'll eventually transcribe the poems. This is already over 20 minutes. Okay. Today I literally said absolutely nothing. But I was saying that I was really pleased. I was a bit giddy when I saw the comment of the person saying that the video was relaxing. Today isn't raining, unfortunately. I didn't catch a lot of rain yesterday, which was nice. And I went and got more yarn from my stash. I got this one at the discount. Put them away. This noise is unpleasant. Let me pause. And I'm back. I'm gonna put this away as well. It's okay. It's right there, Yang. And this one is empty, so you wouldn't get much from it anyway. Yeah. And it's funny because I stopped by the craft shop to get more yarn, and I was gonna pay with a bill that I had still, but then the lady wanted change, like coins, and then I opened my my money pouch, the coin pouch, and she saw what was inside, and I had a lot of coins, so she took all my coins, and I was quite upset because I need those coins to use in vending machines and stuff that don't take bills. Yeah. So I ended up also getting some incense at another shop to get some coins back. Bit sad, but it is what it is. I don't really have anything to show for in terms of crochet, but I could make a bookmark, try to do it for memory, which is something that I've never really done. I could do that. Yes, I could. I could, and I will. Let me pause. I am back. Found the tip. This says 5 on the label, but this is 4.5. 4.5. I think 5 is too much for this yarn. Let me drink my coffee first. And I will tell you a story. As I crochet. this little thing. I'm sorry, I'm really gross. I do that all the time. But yeah, I'm going to make a bookmark. So today's story is also one of my grandma's stories. And wait, let me just get the foundation chain. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13, 14, 15. Just count it again. Sorry, I'm losing track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. 17, 18, 20, 21. No, 21, okay. 21. 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's enough. It has to be a multiple of 2 plus a 5. It's the Simple Daisy bookmark. Okay. So today's story is one story that could have been real. And it's the story of a single mother and her 2 children. Right? So let's call this story The Poor Mother and the Rabbit. I have not translated the stories for Portuguese yet, so bear with me there. So once upon a time, there was a mother who had 2 children, and her husband had died in the war, so she had to take care of her two boys by herself. And one of them was a bit older, while the younger one was very, very young. And she didn't have food to give her children. And so one day she went and stole a chicken from the neighbor. And fearing that the neighbor would notice the missing chicken, because this happened at a time when everyone was going hungry, she told the oldest son, "Look, if the neighbor asks what you had for dinner, you will tell him that you had chicken. That you had a rabbit." And the son said, "Okay, I will do that, mother." Uh, but the youngest child was not aware of that and was too young to understand anyway. So when the neighbor noticed that the chicken was missing, he approached the oldest son, obviously thinking that it could have been them, and asked him, "So tell me, boy, what was your dinner last night?" And the boy, following his mother's advice, said that it had been rabbit. And the youngest child was with him at the time and was very surprised to hear that. And so he looked at his brother and said, "Oh, oh, what? What did you say? Rabbit? But burnt the feathers in the oven. So how could it have been rabbit?" And both children had to run. The end. And this is a story that my grandmother used to tell a lot. And here's the thing. I don't know if this is a real thing, a real story, or if it's just a story. Because it's one of those stories that could well be real. Since there was a lot of hunger going on in this country during the regime, especially in rural areas. Right? So yeah, it's a funny story because the way she told it, I will try to translate that into English right now. The youngest son turns to his brother and says in a very baby voice, "Oh, rabbit? But mom burnt the feathers in the oven, so how could it have been rabbit?" In Portuguese, it says, doido. Então me queimou pena no forno e é doido. E foi doido. Because the word in Portuguese for rabbit is coelho, not tuelho. But that's a mistake that children make when saying the word. And yeah. This is also one of the, well, it's funny, but it reflects a reality. And yeah, like I said, to this day I don't know if this is a real story or not. I know it didn't happen to her because she didn't have any brother, she wasn't the older brother or the youngest. She was actually the oldest child. of three, and she did have one younger brother who was the youngest of three children who were actually raised by a single mother because my great grandfather abandoned them. Uh, Nobody knows what happened to him, but he abandoned them. And my grandmother was raised by a single mother, very poor. And I remember when we went to see the the house where she and their siblings were raised. And it was just a stone little home that looked like a Big Ben turned into a house. It only had two rooms. One was the kitchen and the other was the bedroom. It used to have a lean-to, but that had collapsed a long time ago. And there was obviously no bathroom. This was 30s, 40s, so you can imagine. In the mountains, especially, how it was. But I remember that my grandmother was very generous. Said that her grandmother was very greedy and resentful for some reason, and she lived in a big house but didn't care for a mother or a grandchildren for whatever reason. My grandmother never elaborated on that. I suppose because of the whole thing with the runaway husband, which at the time would have been really bad. It's not like it was my great grandmother's fault. She did what she could. My grandmother never went to school. She never learned to read or write, but she was a storyteller and she was a poet and a singer. And she started working when she was 7. As a shepherd, no less. And she used to tell the story of the day when she was left at someone's house to become a shepherd. And she saw her mother leave, and she tried to run after her, but she couldn't. This got sad really fast, but that's how you tell the stories. That's how you keep people you loved and still love alive. You tell their stories. And she was very funny. All her life she loved a joke. She loved to tell funny stories. And that's why we got the stories of the rabbit and the fox and the wolf. This is gonna get to 40 minutes, perhaps more, but that's fine. We're almost done here. This one I'm making for myself. Yeah. So where is it? We put it right here. I put it right there. There you go. There are teaching stories. There's one. I won't go into more sad stories today. That was enough. The story of my grandma's life is pretty sad as is. So I'll just tell another story of the fox and the wolf, which is quite similar to the other one. There are more. I still have to ask my mum for the other ones, and I will be asking my aunt for more, and my uncles as well. And I will be writing them down, and then maybe publish them somewhere, like self-publish. Yeah. So once upon a time there was a shrewd fox who had a friend who was a wolf, and this wolf was a bit silly and believed everything that the fox told him. So one day they found a wheel of cheese, and if you guessed that they made plans to share this wheel of cheese, you are correct. Because that's what they did. But the fox was very gluttonous and wanted to eat the cheese all by himself. And so it did. And when the wolf showed up to eat the cheese, to share the cheese with the fox, he noticed that the cheese was gone. So he asked the fox, "Oh, fox, what happened to the cheese?" And thinking fast, since it was night time, the fox pointed at a well that was full of water and said, "Look, it's right there." And he said that pointing at the reflection of the moon on the water. And he told the wolf, "Oh, it's there, look, it's right there, it fell in the well. Wolf, to get to the cheese, you have to drink all the water in the well. Come on, you're big and strong, you can do that, can't you?" And the wolf believed the fox and jumped in the well. and drank all the water until he was full and the well was empty, and he realized that he had been tricked. And by then the fox was laughing his head off because the wolf had drank all the water and had not eaten any cheese. And the wolf was very upset but didn't do anything since he felt very humiliated by believing that the cheese would be at the end of the well. And not realizing it was the moon. And the end. So that's 2 stories in this video. That's already getting to 15 minutes because I decided to do crochet live. Since it's quite early. And this is very long, so we will snip a bit of this, and this will serve as the top of the tassel. It's the Simple Daisy bookmark. And yay, I remembered it. Probably from making so many of them. I finally got the hang of it without looking at any tutorials. Or rather, the tutorial. And if I return tomorrow, you know, you can never promise, so you can only threaten. Again, please, that's a joke. That is a joke. For the love of God. Why is this so small? I don't know, but I will get rid of it. Or not. Yes, maybe. Yes, I will. I will get rid of this. And of this one as well, maybe. Yeah, it's poking up. It's poking up. And now we just God, that looked terrifying. I'm so sorry. When I was getting some stuff from the shop the other week, I came across something that claimed to be a yarn comb or something, and I looked at it like, why would I need that? It was one of those things that really made me look at it and go like, why would I need that? Why would I ever need that? Because regular combs do the job just as easily, and you have one in your home. So like, it's very there you go. There we go. And here it is. Real time crocheting with the little tassel. It's a bit wonky. We can fix that. It's fixed. And I used the pretty color. I will not say what color it is because I might upset someone who might be watching this and not just listening to it. But I put my hook away. And this can go here. So then this makes it very if you're listening this for the calming noise of nothing. Of some stories, some idiot making crochet live, and yeah, this is probably the longest so far. Maybe not. Maybe I have longer stuff. But yeah, if you listened until here, thank you so much. I do these, like I said, to use my voice as a form of therapy, and my two viewers that I know of are my friend the lovely person from Tumblr, and I don't know if that person was a subscriber or not, but I'm very thankful for the comment. It enabled me, basically. It enabled me to keep going and just turning on the camera and living the dream that our ancestors could never, because YouTube didn't allow prolonged videos back in the day. But yeah, that's all, and that's wildly more than enough. But I hope that you have a good Tuesday and a good rest of your week. If you listened until here while doing something else, I hope that something else goes well and that you're well, and that somehow this helps keep you company. Yeah. And that's all. But I'll be back. That's a threat. Bye-bye.